Dhritarashtra said, "On the field of Dharma, on the field of Kurukshetra, assembled and eager for battle, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do, O Sanjaya?" The Bhagavad Gita opens not with Krishna or Arjuna, but with King Dhritarashtra, the blind ruler of the Kauravas. Sitting in his palace far from the battlefield, he asks his advisor Sanjaya to tell him what is happening at Kurukshetra, where the armies of his sons and the sons of Pandu have gathered to fight. Dhritarashtra himself cannot see the battlefield because he is physically blind. Yet this blindness represents something deeper, his moral blindness caused by attachment to his own sons. Throughout the conflict that led to this war, he consistently favored his sons even when they acted unjustly. This inner blindness is one of the major reasons the war became unavoidable. In his question, Dhritarashtra does not refer to the warriors as one family. Instead, he says, "My sons and the sons of Pandu." This wording reveals his mindset. Rather than seeing the situation as a tragic conflict within a single family, he sees it as two opposing sides, already divided in his heart. His attachment has already drawn a line between us and them. He also refers to the battlefield as Dharmakshetra, meaning the field of Dharma or the field of righteousness. Kurukshetra is not just any battlefield. It is traditionally regarded as a sacred place where truth and duty are tested. By describing it this way, the verse hints that the coming conflict is not simply a political struggle for power. It is a moral confrontation in which righteousness and duty will be examined. Because Dhritarashtra cannot witness the events himself, he asks Sanjaya to describe them. Sanjaya has been granted divine vision, allowing him to see the events of the battlefield from afar and narrate them as they unfold. Through Sanjaya's eyes, the reader will witness the entire scene. The visual representation of this moment captures this contrast. Dhritarashtra sits on his throne, blind and tense, symbolizing his inability to see the truth clearly. Across from him stands Sanjaya, calmly explaining what he sees through his divine insight. Between them appears a vision of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, vast armies assembled, chariots ready, and in the distance the chariot of Krishna and Arjuna, the central figures whose dialogue will soon become the Bhagavad Gita itself. This first verse therefore establishes the entire setting of the Gita. A king blinded by attachment asks what is happening on a sacred battlefield where duty and righteousness will soon be tested. Through the voice of Sanjaya, the story begins, leading to the moment when the warrior Arjuna will face his greatest moral crisis. In this way, the opening verse quietly introduces one of the central themes of the entire Bhagavad Gita. When attachment clouds judgment, even powerful leaders become blind to righteousness.